never thought I'd stumble across a cemetery full of them in an apartment downtown. Stop! You can't come through here!
Hi, I live in the building and I was told to come give a statement.
You need to go down to the precinct to give your statement, ma'am. Only law enforcement is allowed here.
Oh, I hadn't understood that. Thank you.
Have a pleasant evening.
There's no way I'm gonna get access if I'm not one of them.
I won't be sad when we're through with this.
This isn't rocket science. Keep it simple.
I'll update you guys. You're taking over the investigation, and we'll put all the stabbing victims in crates and send them out to the balcony.
Exactly. There are lots of Vicks.
The terror.
Great. Now I just need to find a secluded spot. This should do the trick.
Sorry, but we got a full house. Officers tripping over each other already.
Only forensics is allowed in the crime scene.
And the feds, of course.
No sweat. It was just in case you needed help. I should find a uniform I can use to get in.
They blew out the wall.
It's taking forever.
Richard. He sensed me. He's here. But something's wrong.
Good evening, officer.
Gentlemen. All these bodies. What the hell happened? Body bags. What could that mean? I just got here. Can you fill me in?
I've never seen anything like it. It's a real bloodbath in there.
Do we know what happened?
Captain Paulson thinks it looks like some kind of goddamn cult. But I've heard the feds talking about terrorists.
The feds are here already?
They showed up the minute we got here. We didn't even get a chance to see everything.
How'd they get here so fast?
They know who did it, obviously.
Think it's terrorists?
It's weird, but hey, it could be. There are guys who are burned to a crisp, dismembered, beaten to a pulp. With those guys, you can expect anything these days.
What do we know about all these bodies?
Those are the ones we can take down already. The ones that were stabbed in the chest need to be put in crates and moved to the balcony. The feds will process them. We are not allowed to touch them.
Stabbed how?
Looks like some kind of sacrifice. They all got stabbed in the heart, it looks like. But if you want to make yourself useful, go see Paulson.
Where is he?
You just missed him. He just went into the living room.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna take a look around.
Sorry, but I'm busy.
Body bags. What could that mean? Oh, there's so much blood.
I sense you're losing control.
It's all this blood. I need to focus.
Mom? Are you feeling all right?
Yes. Don't worry about me, Pumpkin.
Mom, please? I'm going to be sick. All this blood, it feels so strong.
Oh, crap. She feels as bad as I do.
I want to leave, Mom. I'm scared.
I thought you liked to go out with me. We always have so much fun.
The other times, it was just vessels. There's blood everywhere. And bones. And pieces of people.
Your mother can't do anything for them. It's too late. But there may still be people I can help.
I see. But please, Mom, hurry up. Please?
We have no choice.
Can't you feel all that blood everywhere? Are we going to be hungry like this the whole time?
We'll figure something out. Say, I was thinking, we haven't played a game together in ages.
I know. I miss our games.
Why don't you think up a riddle for Mom to solve?
Okay.
Hunger like that? Not now. Not here.
All right, guys. Listen up. The feds are taking over the investigation. So don't touch a thing. Put all the stiffs with stakes through their hearts out on the balcony. They'll take care of them. All right, go. You know what you have to do.
Shit. I have to find Richard, and fast.
All said and done, it's probably better that the feds are handling this case. They have more resources to solve it.
Yeah, and the means to analyze everything we've already taken out to them on the balcony.
In my entire career, I've never seen anything like it.
Hey, Central Dispatch sent me over to help.
Captain Paulson, but you can call me Chief.
Sure thing, Chief.
Right. You heard the orders?
I...
Everything we find at the scene needs to be shown to the feds.
Got it, Chief.
And the balcony is off limits.
But you don't seem too thrilled about that? Am I wrong?
Is it so obvious, officer? It's the first time in my entire career, and 30 years is a long time, that I feel like we're babysitting a crime scene.
Babysitting?
Our experts and not ask any questions.
But why can't we go outside?
The feds got here first. It's their rodeo. They secured that area to store whatever they decide to collect.
To get here that fast, they must have known.
What they'd find. Exactly. Good point, officer. Usually, they show up after us if it's a new case, right? Because we're the ones who call them.
But that wasn't the case this time.
Not at all. They even seemed annoyed to see us show up. But then they must have thought it's nice to have help processing the scene and collecting evidence.
Oh, alright. So, what do we know so far?
Lots of Vicks. It has all the makings of a drug deal gone bad.
He's not buying it. But you have your doubts?
I do. There's too many things that don't add up.
Like what, Chief?
Bodies in accelerated decomposition. Even some skeletal remains.
Shit. Kindred were destroyed.
My hunch is that the feds are investigating a cult. But it's none of our business.
Thanks for walking me through it, Chief.
You report it to them if you find anything suspicious, okay? I don't need their kind of trouble.
LR3. There was a container here earlier. Dust. No. Smells like burnt leather. Ashes.
Need to be real quiet now.
They're gonna run out of room at the morgue, that's for sure.
There's been wine in this glass. And there's a trace of lipstick. Cherry lip gloss? Yuck.
We'll be here for a while. Only federal operatives and their assets.
So there's just these three left to bring down? At this security level, yes, Agent Olson.
Do you know how much time we got left to get this done?
I've got no idea.
I see. And the missing Delta?
No, we still haven't found him.
What's going on? I can sense your hunger. What's going on?
Shit. It's starting again.
Mom, are you okay? Do you feel weird too?
We've already had that talk, Halsey, my love. Don't look at it. So, have you come up with another riddle for me?
Yes, I've got one.
I'm listening. It's not too hard, is it?
No. Riddle me this. I fear the sun more than anything, and the mortals have been fighting me since forever. If they catch me, they keep me in a box. Who am I?
the sun makes me think of us, but that box, that doesn't sound right. I'd say, could it be a fridge?
You're very warm.
The cold, it's the cold. Is that it?
Yes! You're good at riddles, Mom.
And you, my little pumpkin. You are a riddle master.
Thinking about something else helped.
Me too. But we need to get going.
Mom?
What is it, Sugarfangs?
I hear voices, Mom. Do you hear them too?
No, tell me. Can you hear what the voices are saying?
There's a lot of them. They're asking me lots of things about lots of people.
Then they're not mean voices. They're just curious, asking so many questions.
You hear them too?
Not so much anymore. I've grown used to them.
There are too many here. I'm scared.
We need to keep moving, Pumpkin. While Mom works, Halsey will come up with another riddle. Sound good?
All right.
We're doing all right. Lavender soap. Someone must have tried to mop up a stain with it. Miley was supposed to speak. Or rather, flatter Hazel.
I can't even begin to imagine.
Could someone come and bag a briefcase in the kitchen?
A briefcase?
Somebody spilled wine here. Pouch, stained with wine. What do we have here?
Tons of evidence. Do you know if the team from Forensics LPU has shown up yet?
No, I don't.
I need them to process the briefcase I found. And the invoice that was with it.
An invoice?
Yeah. For some glass tubes. Address to some warehouse over on Sellers Street.
Shit. There's a red salon in that district. We've got to hand it all over to the feds. I can do it if...
I already gave them the address. They'll probably send a team to investigate when they're done here.
I've got to warn Hazel. There should be a body here. There's a coat on the ground. It's the reference of the container that was here. A vessel. Dead. A bracelet. No, that's a broken handcuff.
Given how upscale the place is, I'm sure it was a question of cost. What could be in this briefcase? Given how upscale the place is, I'm sure it was a question of cost.
A briefcase.
What is it?
It's a small suitcase. We put important papers in, Pumpkin.
It's too high. I can't reach them.
Of course. It needs a code. Let's see what's in it. Better not leave that here. Otherwise, they'll trace it back to us.
Can we go get Mr. Teddy after this?
Sorry, only forensics can go in there. Sorry, only forensics can go in there.
Go. Give your colleagues a hand.
We've made good progress already.
There's a note. I wonder what surprise Jara had in store for him.
Need to be real quiet now.
Traces of cocaine. I guess it was that kind of party. There are casings everywhere. And they're all large caliber. A glass of wine with traces of cherry-flavored lip gloss. Same smell as the broken glass in the living room. Blood. Donors were killed here. And not just one.
Only federal operatives and their assets are allowed in this area. Sorry.
There's been wine in this glass. And there's a trace of lipstick. Cherry lip gloss? Yuck. Same scent as on the glass in the lounge.
So?
Nothing.
A reinforced container
Some office supplies.
that locks from the outside.
No.
Not
It's
commonly
the only
used to
room
store
without a body.
mortal bodies.
But it sure smells like death in here.
Yeah. Makes our morgue smell like a flower shop.
You get a look at what they took out to the balcony?
No, everything is boxed up. Even the chief has no idea what they're up to. I still have work to do, sorry.
Ballistics should be here soon.
You alright, Pumpkin?
Yes, I'm trying to be good. How am I doing?
You're being wonderfully good. A reinforced container that locks from the outside. Not commonly used to store mortal bodies. A vessel with more holes in him than a junkie. We're off to a good start. Casings everywhere. All of them large caliber.
What I would give to work the day shift.
I think forensics might need some help.
Sorry, only forensics can go in there.
I've never been on a scene with this much
Go on, our hands on deck.
Lisa. What's happening? What's happening to you?
Mom,
Yes?
come on, please.
Where are you taking me, Pumpkin?
I told you I'd be a big girl, but it's really hard. I really don't feel good. Not even a tiny bit. It's all this blood.
Me either, Pumpkin. It's not easy. Let's take a little time out then. Weren't you supposed to be coming up with a riddle for me?
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I'm ready. I'm listening.
Okay, but it's the last one, alright?
Cross my heart, Pumpkin.
So, riddle me this. If the child of Hazel Iverson is the sire of my child, who am I to Hazel Iverson?
Let me think on it a moment.
I guess.
I would be her child.
Oh, you figured it out. That was a hard one, too.
You're not disappointed, are you?
No. I'm happy that you're so good at riddles.
So are you, Sugarfangs.
I love it when we play this game.
So do I, Pumpkin. It's so much fun. And we feel better. Timeout is over now. Let's go.
We're Richard, but I don't want to see him.
Halsey, so you've been hearing him too, and you didn't say anything.
I know he doesn't like me.
Halsey, we can't just abandon him. You don't have to like him, but we can't leave him here.
You leave me every time he tells you to sleep.
It's not the same thing. He's trying to cure me, for both our sakes.
That's not true. He thinks I'm a bad girl.
That's preposterous, Halsey. I don't have to tell him you're here. Getting him out of this mess is already doing him a favor. It won't take me long. Just wait for me here.
Yes, Mom. I will.
We've got to keep it up. Come on. I have to find Richard.
I'm gonna be here a while.
We're done with the photos. Now we need to collect samples.
Hey there. Perfect timing. You the explosives expert I called in for? Good luck with that. I've no clue as to what went down here, but bullets were on the menu. Shots fired in all directions. And it looks like your basic 9mm is no longer in style. See for yourself. Some of the impacts left holes as big as my fist. Let me brief you on the zone we're clearing now. We've got a stiff in the room on the right. Looks like he died from blunt force trauma. Anyway, we've got orders to pack them up as is for the feds. Don't bother with the report. They're taking care of everything. In the room on the left, there's a corpse we need to analyze. But I'm warning you, it's a real mess. The people who did this are crazy. It's all priority, just check the boxes.
Shit. Richard. They sure did a number on you.
They're here. They found us. Before I knew it hit me, I had a stake in my heart. I've never seen anything like it. These mortals, unafraid of us.
Shh, gentle.
You shouldn't be here. You should be at the Institute.
Calm down. What happened here?
The mortals who are here, it's the Second Inquisition.
What makes you say that? Are you sure?
Yes, there's even a man of the cloth in charge of them. Monsignor Stanford. They mowed us down like so many blades of grass. All of us.
So, they found us.
We have to go warn the others.
Wait. There might still be kindred here. We can't leave them behind.
This is insane. It's irresponsible.
The prince asked me to find Miley. But I need your help.
Miley? Now I understand. The prince had you released against my orders, and she sent you here. And you'd rather obey her? She's using you! There's no way I'll help. Ask her for help since you're here for her.
I don't want you to go back to sleep at the Institute. Please don't leave me all alone again.
I didn't come here for her. I came for you. I just wanted to make sure you were all right.
This doesn't affect you, does it?
Don't be silly.
Come now. Just stop pretending, will you? It's obvious that Hazel is manipulating you.
She cares about me. I don't see why it's an issue.
Does she care about you? Or about your premonitions?
That argument doesn't hold water. Hazel's not the first person to take an interest in our gifts. Princes have always sought glimpses of tomorrow to better rule their domains. Take Quentin King, for example.
Yes, I know. She wants to separate you from me, I'm sure of it. What has she been telling you about me?
Mom, you're not going to tell him about me, right? He never wants us to be together.
Hazel told me that she trusted me.
You do well not to return the favor.
Why is that?
You don't release a patient from a Markovian institute to run a few errands.
You always see the bad in everything.
Your gifts can be particularly useful to her. Keep it in mind. I just know it's a good thing that she likes us. Well, you particularly. Right, it's a good thing I keep my emergency kit at the Prince's apartments.
Why?
I'll give you a dose once we're back there. That should be enough to get you back to the Institute.
You see? I knew it. He's always scolding us.
The Institute? But I'm feeling perfectly fine. Your eyes see nothing but danger.
Spare me the theatrics, Leisha. I've seen the play 1,000 times.
I've got no idea what you're talking about.
You know our family's history for the dramatic. Do not take anything lightly. This is very dangerous for all of us. Aren't you ever gonna heed my advice?
I have to finish up here.
To look for Miley, I heard. Do you want to end up like all the others? Shredded to bits on the balcony?
Don't take it that way.
Then all is well. I'll leave you to it. I'm going to have a word with Iverson.
Wait! I have to tell you something. They have the address of the Red Salon on Cellar Street.
So, there's going to be a second attack. And I advise you to watch your step.
I can find Miley without him. And Hazel will congratulate us. A reinforced container that locks from the outside. Not commonly used to store mortal bodies. There's been blood in this glass. I never understood wasting vessels like that.
Ah, finally, the cavalry. Thanks for coming.
It's a good turn if I can take a look around here alone to myself. They took him for dead. He's barely breathing. That's a knife wound. Bringing a knife to a gunfight? This one's missing fingers. It must have been screwed onto an injection gun. And the fibrogen. That's an improved coagulant. I've heard that if it's used on one of our kind, it can keep us from regenerating. Or even using our powers. A real nasty concoction. There should be a body here. There's a coat on the ground.
I'm just getting started. Well, actually, it has been an hour already. There's just so much evidence to collect. We're still missing some pieces, but in this room, there are definitely signs of violent struggle. And there's definitely been torture. Judging by the condition of the body suspended above the bed, I'd venture some S&M session gone wrong. Examine the spatter trajectories. Get us enough data to calculate spray velocity. We'll need it. I'll keep collecting samples of blood and body fluids.
Looks like someone's missing an arm. Torn off. Oh, Jara could have done that. It's the code for a body they must have picked up. Some sort of whip, with blood on it. Wet clothes.
Room was spared.
I think these golden tubes are so pretty. Don't you?
Sorry. Only special agents are allowed in this area.
It's unbelievable how much stuff there's still left to collect.
A cigar. Barely smoked. That's where it was stubbed out.
Go right ahead.
Here we go. I wonder what's hiding here.
Hey, you! Come give me a hand. We have specimens to move.
So, has forensics processed the bedrooms?
I think so. They,
You think so? Isn't there anyone here that can inform me about anything? I've been asking for an hour. I must give Monsignor an update detailing how long this is going to take. Let's not keep him waiting then.
But the local police are
Just
very...
tell them Agent Olsen sent you. And we will see how high they are willing to jump.
We still have bodies to evacuate and samples to recover.
You bet. You can count on me. Organs. Are they cutting us up into pieces? They showed no mercy. They burned both juice bags and kindred alike.
Sorry, I don't have the time.
Stanford was right. We brought down some high-value targets.
Yeah, I guess.
Don't touch those papers.
Shit. There are names on these files. I'd better get him out of here so I can take a look.
Don't bother with that. Those are Stanford's files.
Paper is paperwork on a job like this?
Yes. So his novice can record whether they were captured or exterminated.
If they have intel on us, I have to find out what they know. His novice is busy, and...
Agent Olsen's got a lot to do. But he's handling it himself.
I needed to see him anyway. I'll just take them to him.
Don't bother. He'll pick them up on the way to see Stanford.
Slipped my mind. Sorry.
We'll get through this.
Bingo. The files of everyone they're taking away. Which one is Miley in? Something. It's coming from over there.
Mom! It's dangerous. I know it.
Stop. You can't go in there. Monsignor's standing orders. No interruptions.
So Stanford is back there. But I just wanted to...
It's too dangerous, and you know it. If you've got something to give him, tell Olsen is novice. Suit yourself. But remember I warned you.
That's not very encouraging.
Sure are efficient. You can say that.
Stop! No one is supposed to touch that.
Wait a second. Now that you mention...
I really don't have time to do this.
Slipped my mind. Sorry.
Mom!
Halsey, Mommy knows what she's doing. Go wait for me at the elevator. I'll be right there.
You took your time, my son. Oh, interesting. I would never have imagined that one of you would have the gall to approach us so closely. I see you.
But
And yes, we have come to Boston. Your kind doesn't stand a chance. How do you think we found you tonight? In St. Leopold's name, we will find you all, to the very last.
Nice badge.
Keep an eye on the elevator. I'm gonna go wait for forensics.
Okay. Let me know when they get here.
Excuse me.
Message from the sheriff. Prince asked more for 5 reports. If I can't bring back their author, I must bring back the reports at least. I'll know them when I see them. That's not a good sign. Agent Smith.
The FBI! Finally, some backup. Lieutenant's expecting you. Straight ahead. Watch out for the bloodstains. Forensics hasn't been through here yet.
Got it. The victim lost a lot of blood.
Yeah, I'm still looking. Don't worry. I'll finish here and then I'm on my way.
Free.
Lieutenant Anderson. I'm in charge of the investigation.
Special Agent Smith, FBI.
Really? Smith. Is that some kind of joke?
No, why?
Let it go. Never mind. I'll give you the DL. We got a call from the caretaker around 2:15. He told us that one of his residents was brought in with an injury carried by his bodyguards. We sent a squad car that got here around 2:45.
Is the caretaker still here?
He's in the living room, but I don't think you'll be able to get anything useful out of him. Poor guy's in shock.
Who was the first person on the scene?
That would be Baker. He's somewhere around here. It shouldn't be hard to find him.
Okay, then what?
When they stepped inside, the guys came face to face with that.
Do we know who the victim is?
Yeah, he had his ID on him. It's the owner, a guy named Jason Moore. I don't know who this guy pissed off, but things didn't work out too well for him.
Did you secure all the exits and entrances to the building?
Yes, we've got men on the ground floor and in the parking garage.
How do you get to the parking garage?
You'll have to ask the caretaker. He's the one who took my men down there.
Do we know if he had a family?
Yeah, a wife and an 8-year-old daughter. The wife, Lydia Moore, 34 years old, architect, dual citizen of Costa Rica and the US, no criminal record. Yeah, we're trying to get a hold of her. The daughter, June. We've looked and she's not here either.
What have you got on Moore?
He was an asset manager. But if you ask me, he was involved in some shady stuff that we're sure to find out about. It's not every day that an accountant gets his head chopped off.
Where are the bodyguards?
We haven't found anyone yet.
Go on.
We're still looking for the head. We're waiting on forensics for everything else, but they're busy with another case.
What case?
You haven't heard? At one international place. They say it was a real bloodbath. So, you're here to take over the case?
No. I'm working on something else. Moore's name popped up in one of our investigations, but I can't talk about it.
Okay, I'll let my team know. Agent Smith from the FBI is here. We're still in charge of the investigation, so please cooperate with him.
He was decapitated. It was a pretty clean cut. A signet ring with a beaver on it. Moore went to MIT. Moore's driver's license. They wanted to bring a little vacation back home. The apartment has changed since my last visit. Mr. Adams?
No. This can't be happening. What a nightmare. So much blood.
I've got a few questions.
I tried to help him. I told him we should call 911. I told him.
Sir, listen to me. It's all right. Calm down. You're safe and you did the right thing.
I did the right thing.
I need you to answer a few questions for me.
Yes, of course. What do you want to know?
Did you know Mr. Moore well?
We weren't friends, if that's what you're asking. But we got to know each other. With time. He was a creature of habit. Since he worked late, he would often ask me for things at night. Newspaper, batteries, ice. I think he asked me for just about everything. I prided myself on always being able to get what he needed, no matter what time it was. You'd have thought he pretty much lived after dark.
Like his clients. Did Mr. Moore have many visitors?
For a man with his status, it was nothing surprising. But, well...
Yes?
His visitors mostly came in the middle of the night. I must admit, that's a little unusual.
That's what working for us is like.
He told me he had a lot of foreign clients, and he had to juggle different time zones. That's what working from home is like. He had colleagues over for late-night meetings, too. But since little June was born, not as many people came around.
That was wise. Did he have any enemies that you were aware of?
No. He was a very respectable man. No bad company or anything.
Except for us. Without any disrespect to the deceased, were you aware of any extramarital affairs he may have had?
Mr. Moore was a good man. He would never have disrespected his wife, or even contemplated it, I'm sure.
She could have been okay with it. There were no young women coming and going.
That's a very inappropriate question. I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Do you know his wife?
Mrs. Moore is a model resident. She always has something nice to say to the staff. And is the first to welcome new neighbors, too. A true lady.
Do you know where she is?
Mr. Moore told me she'd gone to their home in Costa Rica. She goes there pretty often. She's an architect, and she likes to work in her home country. She has family there.
Do you think anyone could have been so angry with her that they could have taken it out on her husband?
Oh, no. I don't think so. It's true that lots of people could have been jealous of her. But not to that point.
I imagine the girl left with her mother?
Not at all. It was the start of the school year, and Mrs. Moore left 2 weeks ago. I haven't seen her since Monday, when Mr. Moore took her to school on the first day. She must be staying with a friend. Poor little thing. Thank heaven she wasn't here.
Do you know his bodyguards?
Yeah, there's Jack, James, and Wu. But you won't hear me singing their praises.
Why not?
Oh, they're good at strutting around and acting tough when everything is going well. But where were they tonight? Can you tell me that? That was their job, right? They were paid to protect him.
Do you have any idea where they might have gone?
No. But believe you me, if I ever see them again, I'm gonna give them a piece of my mind.
Tell me about the evening again, please. What happened tonight?
Mr. Moore left with his 3 bodyguards earlier in the evening. One of them got in the car, and Mr. Moore came down around midnight.
And then?
They came back around 2 a.m. Mr. Moore was limping. He was leaning on one of his bodyguards, and he was bleeding.
Was he injured?
I told him I could call an ambulance or a doctor, but he didn't answer. I went closer to insist, but Wu told me they were in control of the situation, that it was no big deal. They went upstairs, and I saw drops of blood in front of the elevator. I told myself they were being unreasonable. What did those 2 goons know about it? So I called Mr. Moore on the internal line. Several times.
Did he pick up?
Not once. So I went upstairs and rang the doorbell. But nobody answered. So I went back down to the front desk and I called you.
The lieutenant told me there was an access to the basement.
Yes. Using the service elevator through the kitchen. You need a magnetic pass to use it. I gave the spare to your colleagues who wanted to go down there. I still have the original. Do you want it?
Please. Thank you for your statement.
You have to find out who did this, officer. Justice needs to be done for him. And for his family.
And we need to find out who's messing with us. That's what we're here for. You can count on us. Stick around in case we have more questions.
Huh. You managed to calm him down. I thought that would be impossible.
Yes, and he was able to answer a few questions. Jason, Lydia, and June. A little family all together. And in large format. Jason, proud of his family and his success. Lydia, radiant and beaming. June, who looks more like Jason than Lydia. One of the weapons is missing.
Where in God's name is forensics?
Sorry, I'm busy.
Come on. It'll pass. Don't worry.
Are you all right?
Yeah, just a little faint.
I was expecting it, but then... Give me a minute, and I'll head back.
The sight of blood. We've all been there, haven't we?
No. Ugh, what a stench. Fine vintages imported from Europe. Moore knew how to treat his guests. Ugh, what a mess. No, what are you playing at?
Oh, I beg your pardon?
Don't mess with me. Who are you?
Calm down, Mr. Bazori. I meant no disrespect. I work for the council.
Why would the council have sent her without warning me?
Most of the time, they send me to clean up.
Are you behind this?
No, I got here after it happened.
What's that file you've got?
Oh, an account file. Have it. Here you go.
Okay. Let's see how much she knows. All right. What have you found?
Oh, I'm a little embarrassed. I'm not really allowed to talk about my missions.
I don't have time for this. Give me what you have.
What I've got. Of course, sir. Here. That's everything.
You made the right choice. Tell me exactly what they asked you to do.
I got a message at 2:20 telling me to go to this address. I was supposed to pick up more and some financial documents. After that, I was supposed to wait for further instructions.
Read the message you received.
I don't have that phone with me. Too risky.
Well?
I hope I'm not going to have any trouble.
Do what you have to do. I'll talk to the prince about it later.
Very well, Mr. Bazori.
The ghoul who was searching here was looking for something specific. I've never been in this part of the apartment before. Beryl, will you ever change? I understand better now. The prince asked more for a complete report on the members of the Primogen. Someone tossed a bunch of stuff in this bag, in a hurry to leave. Poems in Lydia's mother tongue. The concept of a laundry basket seems too abstract for some people. It must have been used to dress a wound. Bottle of disinfectant, obviously handled by someone who was bleeding. My sire always said that at a prince's court, like in a game of chess, you must know when to sacrifice your pawns.
Poor kid.
Any news, guys?
We're waiting on CSU for that. Poor
diary of an 8-year-old girl, June, Jason's daughter.
You must be Smith.
Yes.
Rickman.
Have you found anything?
Not yet. This is the girl's room. There's no sign of her. I guess that's a good thing.
I'm going to take a look around. Let me know if you find anything.
Okay, Smith.
Did you inherit your mother's artistic talent, June?
Oh? Find anything?
Nothing yet. A bathroom with a shower and a tub. June's father spoils her.
Poor kid.
June's whole life in pictures. June celebrating her 4th birthday. Jason and June, probably on a beach in Costa Rica. June dressed up for Halloween.
Oh?
Did you inherit your mother's artistic talent, June?
Find anything?
Nothing yet.
Poor kid. Did you find anything?
Moore's ambition could have made him one of our own. Instead, we made him our slave. This is where I met Moore for the first time. Portfolios of old shares. A Boston manufacturer's files. The mayor's deeds.
Son of a bitch wasn't messing around. Have you seen all that cash?
Officer Baker, can I help you?
Were you the first person to arrive at the scene of the crime?
Yes, sir. My partner and I were the first to get here.
Just tell me about it.
We got the call around 2:20. The caretaker had called because a resident was injured. It took us about 20 minutes to get here. The poor guy was in a panic. He told us he'd seen one of the tenants, Jason Moore, enter the building, and he looked hurt. He was being held up by his 2 bodyguards, and he was bleeding a lot.
Did he see the wound?
Yeah, he said the victim was holding his right hip. So I went upstairs with the caretaker. We saw blood in the elevator and on the landing. I rang the doorbell, but nobody answered, so the caretaker opened the door. I identified myself. There were traces of blood leading down the hall away from the entrance, and just after that, I found the decapitated body.
Did your partner come with you?
No, he stayed in the foyer to secure the entrance to the building.
Did you touch the body?
No. There was nothing I could do to help him, so I secured the scene. I put my gloves on to take his ID out of his jacket pocket so we could identify him. Then I called it in.
Where was the caretaker during that time?
I told him not to come inside, but he followed me. When he saw the corpse, he was really shaken. He wouldn't let go of me.
Then what did you do?
I called for backup. They told me that forensics would get here as soon as they could. They were out at another case. That was their top priority.
After that?
I secured the entrance to the apartment. After that, I searched the ground floor. There was nobody around. But from the looks of things, somebody searched the apartment. When Sergeant Lehane got here, she took care of upstairs. It's a good thing, too, because it took everyone else another 15 minutes to get here. She didn't find anyone there.
So there's no sign of the family, then?
Nothing. The place is empty.
That's it?
Oh yeah, the guys in the parking lot said they saw one of Moore's cars leave after he came home. Hey, do you think the wife was in cahoots with one of the bodyguards to get rid of the husband?
I'm listening.
Well, a lot of times in cases like these, it's the spouse who did it. What if the wife was having an affair with one of the bodyguards? She packs up her and her daughter's stuff, while her lover lures the husband into a trap somewhere. For some reason, things don't go according to plan. He comes home injured and figures out what's going on. He attacks his wife, and the bodyguard kills him to protect her with whatever he happens to find. Makes sense, doesn't it?
I think you've been watching a little too much TV. It was my greatest pleasure before. Now everything tastes like ashes. An auction. Acquisition of Lot 87. Dejan Siaka. A trumpet belonging to Don Ellis. Dejan, are you making plans in case things go south? Or are you planning to leave us? Wet laundry. Mold. It's been here for several days.
Can you take a look at the cars, please?
I'll run the plates.
Hey, mister. You can't go into the parking garage. It's a crime scene.
Agent Smith, FBI.
Oh, hi. Officer Norton. Hey, they didn't tell me you were coming down.
Got something?
Wyatt saw Moore leave at 2:25.
Wyatt?
The parking attendant. Part security guard, part valet. Anyway, a car that belonged to the victim left in a hurry. Or at least he thought it was Moore, until he found out he got his head cut off. There's skid marks on the ground and signs of a minor accident at the exit. He must have really been in a hurry.
Well, I've got a few questions. Where's the witness?
Wyatt? He's in the security booth over there. He's super nice. I don't think you'll need to question him again.
You mentioned skid marks.
Yeah, they're very distinct. They start from his parking space and go all the way to the exit. They clean this place twice a day, so there's no doubt they're fresh. The driver peeled out of here in a hurry.
And you said there was an accident near the exit.
Yeah, minor one. Broken headlight, paint marks. He must have had a hard time handling it.
Do we know what kind of car it was?
Yeah, we called it in. It's the victim's sports car. Wyatt said there's only the sedan left.
Did you find anything else?
No, that's it. Since we're still waiting for forensics, we gotta be careful. But you know how it is, right? Let me know if you have any other questions.
Did you find anything?
Nothing yet.
Hilda's planned for everything. Even her eventual end. There's nothing in it. No, that's impossible.
I'm gonna throw up!
Why is the FBI interested in Moore?
His name came up in several financial investigations we're working on. Looks like Lydia's planner. Lydia's life seems to revolve around June and her home in Costa Rica, with Jason often absent. A real jungle in the heart of Boston. A truly peaceful oasis. Why were you looking for peace, Jason? I warned you, Jason. God, did I warn you? We destroy all that we touch.
Sorry, Smith, but I've got work to do.
Go ahead.
It's okay.
I've got what I need. Let's go back to the prince.